Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and we're back today with our 11th episode of the Transfer League. This one is us taking charge of Liverpool, obviously the current Premier League champions. Let's see what we can do with their team. Obviously huge name players there that we are going to be selling, and whatever team they end up going to is a team that we can then sign somebody from. So it's going to be quite difficult actually to be able to build the same sort of quality team as Liverpool have, depending on how many players sell. But hopefully we can make a few different changes, a few improvements perhaps, and see where we end up. Come the end of the season, we'll be having ways of earning ourselves points. If you haven't seen the other episodes, please go and check them out first. And then we're going to get straight into this. Let's go. Okay, so this is how you score points. Your league position is your start number. You get a certain number of points. -3 for winning a cup, -2 for getting to a cup final, -1 for getting to a cup semi-final. And then if you win the European Cup, you get -5. If you get to the final, you get -2. If you have a player in your team become top league goal scorer, you get -5. And then for every player in your team that you get above 15 goals, above 15 assists, or your goalkeeper gets above 15 clean sheets, you get an extra -1. And this is golf rules, so you're trying to get the lowest number possible. Okay, so we've had our first set of transfers out of the club. We've got Joel Matip going to Manchester United. That's a swap deal, including Luke Shaw coming to us. So I don't think that's too bad. Get us in a good backup left back and potentially starting left back should Robertson go and me not sign another left back. Then we have Virgil van Dijk leaving the club to go to Real Madrid. That's a huge amount of money as well, but also a huge player leaving the club, so I need to sign somebody in to replace him pretty quickly. Then we've got Oxlade-Chamberlain going to Newcastle. We've got Divock Origi going to Leipzig. We've got Liam Miller going to Burnley, and Sadio Mane on his way to our big rivals Manchester City for a huge sum of money. So we once again need somebody in to replace him also. Let's see what sort of players we can get. Okay, we've got the signings in, and I'm sure you've already spotted the big names that we've got in. So the first one we've got Will Norris from Burnley, just a very cheap player. Goalkeeper, not going to get any game time. The next one we've got De Bruyne, Kevin De Bruyne, the single-handedly best midfielder in the Premier League. 91 rated. Probably the best midfielder in the game, actually. 91 rated. Cost me 150 million. And then we signed Dayot Upamecano. Cost me 40-something million. Very young, very good potential. I thought he'd be higher rated than that personally, but he definitely will progress through this season. And then we signed Rafael Varane to replace Van Dijk from Real Madrid. About 80-something million we could pay for him, I think. But he's one of the best defenders in the game, in the world even. So he's 86 rated. I think he'll do really well for us. And then Christian Atsuin from Newcastle. It's just another cheaper player. Okay, so the first game for Liverpool is this Community Shield game. And this one doesn't count towards points, but it's just a good chance to see how well the team's going to do. And I mean, the one area that I'm looking at right here is Jota on that left mid, because now that Mane's gone, I need somebody else to go really, so get in a left winger, because the rest of the team's pretty solid. Just need that left hand side sorting. Let's see how we do against Arsenal anyway. We get the 3-1 victory in the Community Shield. That is fantastic. The first piece of silverware on the shelf for Liverpool. Let's carry on. Okay, so the first game of the season proper we are in now, and it's against Burnley. Let's see what we can do against Burnley in this first game with this big team we've got here. Quick sim it. And we get a 4-0 victory. What a win for us there. Okay, we've got two more massive sales here. We've got Mohamed Salah going to Manchester United. I don't know what it is, but Mane and Salah both gone to the Manchester teams. This season's going to be a lot more difficult because of that, I reckon, because them two are both going to have good teams to fight us with. And then Fabinho gone to Barcelona, so that's quite an interesting one. What sort of player can I get from Barca, I wonder? I'll have a little look and we'll see who we end up with. Okay, so we've brought two players into the club, and they are Marcus Rashford coming in from Manchester United. Obviously we all know this man, very good young English talent, coming in from Manchester United, £110 million. And then Ousmane Dembele coming from Barcelona for just 60 something million, 63 million I think it cost me. So not anywhere near the sort of standard of Mane and Salah, but they're two good young wingers to replace, so hopefully they can progress and hopefully we can do well this season. Okay, we'll go into the second game of the season then against Southampton, see how we do with this new look team. Obviously 3 of our biggest players out of the club. Hopefully the players we've brought in are going to be good enough to take us on in this season. Oh, a 0-0 draw is not how I wanted to start. It's not a great start there, but hopefully we can progress on from that. Okay, we've got a sale here. Joe Gomez this time leaving the club to go to Chelsea. See what sort of player I can get in from Chelsea. Perhaps a centre-back to go in the Gomez spot, or am I going to let Upamecano play there? I haven't made the decision yet. Let's have a look who I can get. My decision was that I'm going to let Upamecano get his chance at centre-back, and we've signed N'Golo Kante from Chelsea to come into that centre mid role. I'm going to have one of the best midfields in the league, and it's going to be incredible. And the next game of the season is against Aston Villa. Kante's debut. Can he get us a victory in this game against Aston Villa? He can't. We lost 2-1. This is not a good start at all with Liverpool. This might be a disaster. I've lost 3 big players and not really replaced them, clearly, because we're not getting any wins out of it. Massive selling spree now as Roberto Firmino has gone to Real Madrid, so all of our front 3 have gone. Jordan Henderson, the captain's on his way to Chelsea. We've got Shaqiri going to Manchester United and Thiago on his way to Dortmund, so I need to get some players in from these teams. Let's see what sort of players I end up with. Okay, 4 players coming in. We've got Mats Hummels coming in from Borussia Dortmund. We've got Karim Benzema coming in from Real Madrid, replacing Roberto Firmino, of course. We've got Oliver Giroud coming in from Chelsea, just as a backup striker. And then Paul Pogba coming in to officially make the midfield that I have built here the best in the Premier League. Right, the first game with our brand new look team with a few big names in there now against Arsenal. Let's see if this team can start getting me some wins. Yes, they can. There you go. Diogo Jota, the man scoring the winning goal, though. That's surprising. We have another sell. Jorginho Wijnaldum's gone to Piemonte Calcio, aka Juventus, in a deal where Aaron Ramsey's on his way to the club just as a backup midfielder, plus 5 million. Not massively important, that one, but he'll be the sort of player to come off the bench for us, so be interested to see how he does. That's deadline day almost over. By far the most we've spent so far in this series, as we've spent £800 million on players for this one, and to be honest with you, so far underwhelming. I'm hoping that Liverpool can start picking up the wins when I'm not watching the sims, which is what we're about to do now. We're going to sim all the way through to January transfer window and hope that this Liverpool team's picking it up a bit, otherwise they might be in a bit of trouble and I might be losing my job. Okay, so we're coming in towards the January transfer window opening, and as you see, we're doing pretty well. I mean, Man City did beat us, and as I said when the players were leaving, I think Man City and Man United are going to be hard teams to beat, because obviously they have now got Mane, they've got who did Man United sign off me? Did Man United signed Salah, I think, didn't they? So Mane and Salah to the 2 Manchester clubs makes them a lot more difficult to beat. I mean, I have signed players from them, but this is just going to be tough. Other than that though, I think we're doing pretty well. I think we should be in a pretty good position. Let's have a look where we are in this January window. So, January transfer window open, and Liverpool sat top of the Premier League, 2 points above Manchester City, and Wolves are really high up there with us as well as Spurs. But that's exactly where I expected to be. That's exactly where I wanted to be. Obviously my team is doing well enough to get me into that position. Now it's just a case of what happens during this January transfer window. Who's going to come in, who's going to go. It's going to be interesting to see and I will let you know what happens when it happens. One sale happened in January, and it's Naby Keita going to Napoli. Let's see what I can get from Napoli. We've signed our player from Napoli, and the player we've signed is Dries Mertens. Just going to come in as a backup for Benzema, basically. So, and when you got a backup who's 85 rated named Dries Mertens, you know you've got a good team. The transfer deadline day and the end of the transfers part of this episode, sorry. And currently we're sat first in the table, 5 points the gap now stands at, and I'm hoping that's going to be enough if we can keep going to win us this title. Let's hope we can win some of the cups as well. Let me know what you think's going to happen. Do you think I'm going to win the title? Because personally I do. And let me know who you think is going to be my top goal scorer. Obviously the big three all leaving. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be the man I replaced them with? Or one of the men I replaced them with, sorry, I should say. Or is it going to be somebody completely random? Let's see. Well, as we go through to the end of the season. Okay. So we have hit the last day of the Premier League season against Aston Villa. Are we going to get a victory in the final day? No, we lose 2-1 to them. But as you see here, we have a cup game against Manchester City, which is a big one. That means we are in a cup final. I believe the FA Cup final against Man City. Can we pick up the victory? Or are Man City going to prove too much for us? Let's find out as we quick sim in this. Look at that team we're coming up against, really. Carvajal, Mane on the left, Sterling on the right, Busquets in the middle. It's a big, big game, this. Oh no, and we've got no Benzema. Jota starting up front for us. Come on, boys. You can do it. I have faith in you. Yes, they can as well. De Bruyne against his old team, getting the goal to win us the FA Cup. That's fantastic. That's just what we wanted from this. That is a beautiful, beautiful result there for us. Let's see how we've done with Liverpool in this episode then. Oh no, we finished second. That is not at all what I expected. I expected an easy win in this league. Finished second to Man City, not good, not good. So we're starting on 2 points as our start position. That one doesn't matter. We've said that doesn't count. We won the FA Cup, which is a -3, so we're on -1. What about the Carabao Cup? We lost in the final, which is -2, so that's -3 we're on now. Oh, I didn't look at the. Let's have a look at the European, of course, because I know we didn't win it, but let's see whereabouts we got to. So the final is Bayern Munich versus Barca, and we got to the quarterfinals and lost to Barcelona. That's unlucky for us there. Barcelona, Real Madrid in the other one. Interesting. So nothing from the Euro. So at the minute we're on -3. I need some goals basically, and I do not get the top goal scorer. That is going to cause me some problems, I think. So -3, we're going to need a lot of people scoring a lot of goals and assists and everything. Otherwise we're not going to be doing very well. So we have 3 players above 15. That's fantastic. So that's -3, that puts us on -6. With Pogba, De Bruyne and Benzema all getting there. Is De Bruyne top assists? He is. 14 assists. Not good enough. What about goal clean sheets? There's 31. That's -1. That does put us on -7 with Liverpool. Not too bad. Not top though. Little spoiler for you there. Another team has beaten that by some way as well. So the team that I predicted to win this haven't. And very interestingly, I don't know if any other teams will. Man City we've got to come, obviously Man United, Tottenham, But the Liverpool being the team they are, I thought that they would be the team to win this, and they haven't. Maybe Man City can. We'll find out in the next episode, because this Man City is the team I'm doing next. So be sure to be here and check that out. But for now, guys, I'm going. Goodbye.